got it, don't come again. You got it, don't come again. You got it, don't come again. Truth9ja, don't come again. You got it, don't come again. You got it, don't come again. Truth9ja, don't come again. No. You get it back to here and make we go. Now only truth we dey and for here no fear. Oh. If you no fit get round, I beg you back a go. Mr Truth9ja, no get your time. We dey talk and raw, we dey talk and prime. If you feel the truth, oh you still on here. And all the understand, make it clear. To all my people where they watch, I Luna. And the real kids we dey drop no drama. Truth9ja, don't come again, no. Stand with the guy. Truth9ja, don't come again, no. Stand with the guy. You don't come again. You don't come again. You don't come again. Truth9ja, don't come again, no. You get liver to here and make we go. Now only truth we dey done for here, no fear, oh. If you no fit here, baby, walk a go. Mr Truth9ja, no get your time, man. We dey talk am raw, we dey talk am prime. If you fit the air truth, oh yeah, sit down here. Now the hand don't start, make it clear. To all my people where they watch, I Luna. Now the real kids we dey drop no drama. Truth9ja, don't come again, no. Stand with the go ahead. Truth9ja, don't come again, no. Stand with the go ahead. Truth9ja, don't come again, no. Stand with the go ahead. Truth9ja, don't come again, no. Stand with the go ahead. Italy don't come again. Italy don't come again. Italy don't come again. The Truth9ja, don't come again. Italy don't come again. Italy don't come again. Wahala dey, wahala for APC government. Them things say we know they see am, we go soon go round. Waiting go around, go surely come around. Wahala for APC government, we go come back, oh. Wahala for them greedy men, we go reach them house, oh. If you live for glass house, no they throw stone. Na truth we talk, oh. Tinubu talk for 2014, say Jonathan lazy man. Say him they sleep when jihadists they buy Christian. Now we don't turn our own turn. Trump done the one, I'm say stop the pain. Now who incompetent now? Now who no fit govern now? APC don't turn our life to survival exam. Wahala for APC government, they no sabi governance, so wahala for fake policies, we dey suffer, them they flex. Now paper we dey chop every day. Dollar don't climb, people know they pay rent again. Them say subsidy go help, but it just buy the poor. Them they introduce policy to pay us more. Canada cut down vex, label APC, PDP terrorist name. Not through corruption, through pain. Them turn Naija to suffering gain. My people, shine your eye, no be everything we shine be gold, oh. If them promise you change, check the fine print. Cause APC don't show us pepper, hot past you. Wahala for APC government, we go come back, oh. Wahala for greedy men, let them go feel am, oh. If you live for glass house, no they throw stone. We go scatter road. Now cycle of karma be this. APC chop, PDP chop. But one day Nigeria go rise. Make the truth set us free. Wahala done too much. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost, we cry out as one. Rabarabarororo, shama shama re kanchang, robo robo, yeah, please, God take a stand. Come rescue us from APC's web of life. Propaganda, they choke us under dark skies. We say Tinubu ban open grazing time. Capital offense, we dance in the line. But damn, APC change mouth. Send a fake news, send a fake news. We happy, we celebrate. Now we confused, now we confused. Life come tire me, oh this pain too deep. From a party where truth they forever sleep. Naija no hope again. Under their reign, under their reign. Not if we come out of APC. Just rain of pain, just rain of pain. Which kind life be this? It too dey stress, it too dey stress. God, come save us from this political mess. Why APC go protect them when they buy our own? Cow and fool and the terrorists sit on the throne. First class citizens while we dey slave away. In our own land, we no get say. But everything we get, beginning get end. Tinubu your back, we full and need don't bend. You think say the killings go buy you more time. Second time na joke, you crossing the line. Damn, APC change mouth. Send a fake news, send a fake news. We happy, we celebrate. Now we confused, now we confused. Life come tire me, oh this pain too deep. From a party where truth they forever sleep. Naija no hope again. Under their reign, under their reign. Nothing fi come out of APC. Just rain of pain, just rain of pain. Which kind life be this? It too dey stress, it too dey stress. God, come save us from this political mess. Yeah. People, if you no fit lead, just resign. No more excuses, no more decline. We tired of the lies, the blood on the street. Naija people rising, we no go retreat. Rabba rabba ro ro ro, shama shama call. Holy Ghost fire, make them all fall. In the name of the Father, we stand strong and true. APC propaganda, we done with you. Robo robo, end this nightmare today. Naija go rise, come what may.
Now they sleep. The people who supposed protect us don't turn on robbers in black robe. Make when I hear me clear. Oh. Them wear wig, them wear gown, but for night them they count brown envelope for house. Conscience don't die, they bury them for backyard. Now them they sell justice like gala for whole up. Them collect money, them twist the law. Give governor power to scatter person sweat. 10 years business, one judgment PM. Everything don't go, which kind country be this?
Who they kill democracy?
Backups, not the judges.
Who they chase investors?
Backups, not the judges.
Who they protect thieves where a gather?
Not the judges. Judicial bandits. Nigeria judiciary na the most corrupt for the whole world. Our judges na businessmen. Them they thrive, they swim, they die for corruption money.
Judicial bandits. Men don't see power up, then don't close the door. No investor won't come, everybody they run come on.
Judicial bandits, oh.
Hey, governor wants still election, judge say carry go.
Person build factory, them send bulldozer. Because of quality no small.
20 years of blood and sweat, one night a rating for Yakata. Judge don't chop money, him they smile for chamber. Him children they school for London, him wife they shop for Paris. But you're picking up easy light, your business don't die finish. Now wow for this country.
Which country they grow and co they sell daddies?
No country.
Who they kill dreams every day?
Backups.
Judicial bandits. Nigeria judiciary na the most corrupt for the whole world. Our judges na businessmen. Them they thrive, they swim, they dive for corruption money.
Judicial bandits.
Come on man, hope don't die, justice don't pass. Nigeria don't scatter because of
Judicial bandits.
Yeah.
Nigerians, open on our eyes. These people no be judges again. Them be armed robbers with law degree. Them be 419 with sound title. Them be Yahoo boys with British accents. If we no talk now, tomorrow go worse.
Judicial bandits. Judicial bandits. Nigerian judiciary na the most corrupt for the whole world.
Our judges na businessmen. Them they chop our future, they bedel full with corruption money.
Judicial bandits.
Hey. Make una rise up, make una talk. This country must better. Judicial bandits go fall one day.
I say. Judicial bandits. Judicial bandits. Nigeria go heal, we go win.
But first make them fall, make them fall.
Truth9ja don't come again. Oh. You get liver to hear make we go. Now only truth we dey yarn for here, no fear. Oh. If you no fear, I beg you waka go. Mr Truth9ja no get your time. We dey talk am raw, we dey talk am prime. If you feel your truth, oh yeah, sit down here. Now the hand don't start, make it clear. To all my people where they watch, I hello now. Now the riggis we dey drop, no drama. Truth9ja don't come again. Oh.
Yes, Truth9ja don't come again. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are watching it from.
If you
And may the blessings of the day follow you all. I am Mr. Truth9ja. I am Mr. Truth9ja. Welcome to my live stream where we speak, or I speak nothing but the truth. We say things exactly as they are, no matter who is involved, even if it's my own family. So welcome. Let's get into the business of the day.
My people, they ask you question. 10 years don't waka. The matter still they burn. Oh. We dey hear for streets, say trillions don't miss. Who go answer us? Who go talk truth? APC na thief. Now waiting people they talk. Oh. NPC now where APC they trend
24.
APC na 50.
Now the cry of the masses.
NNPC na
Where APC the 24.
Them say 20 trillion don't vanish for air. It just growing like come out, nobody nowhere.
People they ask who they run the show, who they hold the pen, who signed the dough.
Buhari been the minister fuel matter show. People they complain, say money no they show. Before him pie, him talk forgiveness. He shock the nation, he raise auspiciousness. Oh,
Chai, NNPC don't turn to jungle. Now where big money they disappear like candle. If 20 trillion try your hand today, Naira for strong, dollar for behave.
APC na TC,
Now waiting people they talk. Oh.
NNPC na where APC dey.
Yes. APC na thief. And NNPC is where APC train their thieves.
Na
The
where
title of that song is
Bola Tinubu dey owe petroleum check.
APC na thief.
Everybody dey ask
And I am the artist featuring Karen.
APC don normalize the matter like play.
And that's the remix of the song.
Wahala dem dey display. We dey shout for reform, we dey beg for light, we dey pray say justice go fit stand right. Nigeria no be their personal pot. We need leaders wey clean, wey God dey cut. Solo,
Who go rescue the NPC?
who go rescue in MPC?
Let them clean up.
Who go stop the trillions leak?
Who go break the cycle quick?
Who go break the cycle quick?
Let them clean up.
APC na thief.
Now waiting people they talk. Oh.
NNPC na
Where APC the 24.
APC na thief.
Now the cry of the masses.
NNPC na
Where APC the 24.
APC na thief.
Now waiting people they talk. Oh.
NNPC na
Where APC the 24.
All right. You are welcome to my live stream. Nigerians, APC is destroying Nigeria. APC as a party, as a political party, is gradually destroying Nigeria. APC has destroyed completely our judicial system. We no longer have judiciary in Nigeria anymore. What we have are thieves and criminals in judiciary. Our judges are thieves. That is what we have today. We no longer have judiciary anymore. All these judges you see today, all of them, maybe few of them, all the Yoruba judges today are thieves. I am telling you for a fact. They have tumbled our democracy. They have tumbled our constitution. They have destroyed it completely. They've brought that tribal and bigotry into our judiciary. And they are gradually, because people don't understand what is currently going on in Nigeria. Tinubu is romancing France. And you know France enjoys a particular system of government in Africa where one man rules for eternity. And the Supreme Court is gradually playing that game. We no longer have Supreme Court in Nigeria anymore. What we have is APC Judiciary, National Assembly APC, and Executive APC. That is what we have in Nigeria today. It's so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate. Now, the Supreme Court has given Tinubu an open check to do to governors whatever he wants to do to them. The Supreme Court has given the APC the powers to suspend the governors, suspend the elected state assembly, and suspend anybody they can. That is what the Supreme Court has done right now. And so many persons may not see anything wrong in that. What a country called Nigeria. Nigeria is a disgrace among all African countries. Nigeria is an embarrassment because what we are currently practicing is no longer democracy. We are no longer practicing democracy in Nigeria anymore. The same Supreme Court ruled that the governors do not have powers to suspend elected local government chairmen. The Supreme Court ruled that the governors do not have powers to suspend or sack an elected local government chairman or even sack councillors. That same Supreme Court has given the president the powers to suspend an elected governor in a democratic government and then appoint a stooge in the name of sole administrator in a democracy. Nigerians, you guys are docile, watching APC destroy what we all fought for. The way Nigeria is going, there will be no Nigeria in the coming years. The division of Nigeria is very close because the system of Tinubu's government is alien and strange to all of us. It's strange to all of us. We don't know this type of government. We don't know where he copied his style of government from. We don't know.
Naija, now they sleep. The people who supposed to protect us don't turn on robbers in black robe. Make when I hear me clear. Oh. Them wear wig, them wear gown, but for night them they count brown envelope for house. Conscience don't die, they bury them for backyard. Now them they sell justice like gala for whole up. Them collect money, them twist the law. Give governor power to scatter person sweat. 10 years business, one judgment PM. Everything don't go, which kind country be this?
Who they kill democracy?
Babos na the judges.
Who they chase investors?
Babos na the judges.
Who they protect thieves where we're a gather?
Na the judges.
Judicial bandits. Nigeria judiciary na the most corrupt for the whole world. Our judges na businessmen. Them they thrive, they swim, they die for corruption money.
Judicial bandits. Men don't see power up, then don't close the door. No investor won't come, everybody they run come on.
Judicial bandits, oh.
Hey, governor wants still election, judge say carry go. Person build factory, them send bulldozer. Because of quality no small,
20 years of blood and sweat, one night a rating for Yakata. Judge don't chop money, him they smile for chamber. Him children they school for London, him wife they shop for Paris. But you're picking up easy light, your business don't die finish. Now wow for this country. Which country they grow and code they sell berries?
No country.
Who they kill dreams every day?
Backups.
Judicial bandits. Nigeria judiciary na the most corrupt for the whole world. Our judges na businessmen. Them they thrive, they swim, they dive for corruption money.
Judicial bandits.
Come on man, hope don't die, justice don't pass. Nigeria don't scatter because of
Judicial bandits.
Nigerians, open on our eyes. These people no be judges again. Them be armed robbers with law degree. Them be 419 with sound title. Them be Yahoo boys with British accents. If we no talk now, tomorrow go worse.
Judicial bandits. Judicial bandits. Nigerian judiciary na the most corrupt for the whole world.
Our judges na businessmen. Them they chop our future. They bedel full with corruption money.
Judicial bandits.
Hey.
All right. Our judiciary are using British accent to rob us. Our judiciary are Yahoo boys, are Yahoo men, because they are matured men and women. They are Yahoo men and Yahoo women, because they no longer pass judgments, they sell judgments. So unfortunate. So unfortunate. All right, let's not wait much time. Let's watch some videos. But then, before we start watching videos, the question and the title of today is Tinubu the president of Nigeria sponsoring terrorism? Is he sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria? And is the title of today's live stream. And why are our judges destroying our democracy? That is the title of today's program. All right, let's watch the first video, because I have a lot of video lined up here.
A weekend at Kuje, one of our best weekends. Oh my God! Yes, weekend of fraternity.
I just want to say that you discovered the first day they were arrested and brought to this place. From that junction down to this court, they flooded the entire area with mobile mopo. And now that we are now that we are in a trial, that the trial is about to commence today, I did not see any single civil defense or scout I did not see any of them.
Not even
You
you
can see that
We're not suspecting them.
because what they were trying to show Nigerians that they are working. Now, if you watch the kind of publicity and the force they deployed in prosecuting civil protesters, if you deploy half of it in prosecution of bandits and terrorists, we will not have issue.
Yes.
Now, if you watch the kind of money spent, somebody told me 750 million naira that was paid in prosecution of Mazin and the camp. I'm talking about
Each day he comes to court.
4 senior advocates and a team of lawyers that were used to prosecute Mazin and the camp. Now, if you watch those that are facing bandits and terrorism charges in the same federal high court, the people that are prosecuting them are coppers that are doing serving at
Office of the
Minister of Justice.
The chambers of the Attorney General.
Now, also some people have been asking. Some people have been asking about what happened to my Facebook that I have not been addressing people.
They asked me.
So, well, we decided to concentrate in the things that we are doing. And I want to say that this particular funny convict and the sentence of Naija is a blessing in disguise. I was surprised that about 5 serving judges, which I will not mention their names, Federal High Court, Court of Appeal, and Supreme Court, serving, have taken this in upon themselves. In fact, one even called me this morning. They have written grants of appeal and sent to us. So I continue to ask myself, does it mean that we still have some judges with conscience in this country? The answer is yes.
Yes,
We have.
I can comfortably tell you that I'm not talking about the retired judges, those that are serving. Then when you're talking about the retired judges that have taken this in upon themselves, one called me. They were busy calling me, asking me, please, have people filed appeal? We said no. They said don't file. Don't file. We are interested. They were researching. Professors, both here in Nigeria and abroad, they have taken it upon themselves. I said, sure. So, Mazin and the Kano, people love you like this. Not Igbo, so. From Yoruba nation, Hausas, those with conscience.
Yes.
Those who felt that, no, this thing cannot happen to this man. Now, having said that, I want to also tell you that I was at a correctional center yesterday at office of the Controller General of the Correctional Center. That was on a Thursday. I went there to go and see the director, the Controller General. The problem we're having is that if you watch, those of you, if you read that particular judgment, in the sentence it said, Mazin Nnamdi should be kept in any protective custodian center within Nigeria. He never mentioned any place. Now, the time we went to DSSS, because we went there, that was the sentence and the conviction and sentence was done on the 20th. On the 21st, we went to that place. They told us that they have moved Mazin Nnamdi out. We asked them where. They said that we should go to their headquarters, DSSS headquarters. So, when we went to that place, they told us that we should not be coming here, that Mazin Nnamdi has been transferred to Sokoto. We said, how? We said that we should go and ask the correctional center that the thing is no longer in their power. Good and fine. We went to Sokoto. They said that the order is from court. We said, no, the judgment did not specify that it was in Sokoto. Why should you use your power to transfer in Sokoto? They said that we should go back to that court. We went to that court to apply to have the CTC of the remanding order. That particular CTC has not been given to us. Now, the correctional center now told me on Friday, though they have not replied my letter, I submitted to you. I said, please, can you reply this thing? They said that the judge in the remand warrant mentioned Sokoto. This is man inhumanity to man. This is wickedness to the highest order. The question Nigerians are asking, including those with conscience here, why Sokoto? You know that this man has interlocutory appeal against your ruling and their judgment. which he filed by himself at the Court of Appeal. He also filed some motions at the Supreme Court. The day he went to Supreme Court, people saw how people with conscience left to their work, and they were hailing him, encouraging him that he shall overcome. Now, on what basis are you taking him to Sokoto? Now we are not asking. Today is it's the 15th. So today is 15th. By next week now, that will, Sunday will make it 20 a complete 1 month. This convict and the sentence was done. Now, Nnamdi Kanu has lost all these days. He has not filed his appeal because one, he is representing himself on record. Now, can federal government move him with the same private jet, with the same presidential jet they used to took him to Sokoto? Can they use the same presidential jet bring him to Abuja here so that he can file his appeal? For the why I'm saying this, and for those of you who are asking that you have not seen me, we are working, we are following everything legally, and also want to thank the people of the Southeast, the Igbos. You have shown maturity, continue to show maturity, because they want to so that they can do something. And also, not only the Igbos, when in Nigeria, people with conscience, nobody should take laws into their hand. We are following it. We have written the necessary letters we're supposed to write, and we believe that at the appropriate time, justice will be done. But finally, before other people talk, I also want to advise the president. I want to advise the president. The president, this office is not your father's inheritance. We have seen presidents come and go. They have been there right from Zike, Gowon, and all of them, both military and civilian. Please, whatever thing that you are doing, remember where you are coming from. Because the time Obasanjo was dealing with you, I didn't think that some people like us kept quiet. No, I'm talking about Obasanjo that withheld his allocation when he was October. Yes. Okay. And I don't want to go into that of Abacha that when you ran away. But where is Abacha today? The disaster that just left before you, Buhari, who was saying that, yes, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will die. Where is he today? So whatever thing, I don't know who is advising you. We have said it that please, those who are advising you should also, you should consider their advice. Finally, to the judiciary, we continue to say it. We are not saying that yes, you have your power under Section 6 to make the order you are going to. Remember that whatever judgment you are giving today will be read by your great grandchildren.
And also to remember that whatever you are doing today, you come after, you want to ask Malami.
Malami is in EFCC calling human rights.
He will eat that.
Chido Kanu is telling Malami, why are you crying? They are doing what you taught them. The legacy you left, that's what they are following. So please,
when did you tell me went on BBC? Session was trying to overthrow the government. Now you have overthrown the naira. And now you are in prison.
Even overthrow dollar.
Yes, overthrow dollar. So overthrow
what I'm talking about the judiciary. Are you I'm saying? Please don't allow anybody to make you subject of a prayer point. People have made some judges their prayer point. How can somebody make you prayer point because of the judgment you gave? And you say that you are happy.
You can't be happy.
You can't be happy.
Since the motor gave this judgment, every time people walk into his courtroom, he's explaining himself. Every time. Even when they ask him.
Yes.
He will explain it. So let's just go and pray and prepare for. We will be back out.
So we leave it at that. So at the appropriate time we'll be updating you people. So please, can we go into the court? Okay. Let's go to the court. Okay.
All right. This life is a very funny thing. It's a very, very funny thing. When you are doing evil to somebody because you have the opportunity, or maybe the system has placed you, or the people have placed you in the corridors of power, and you decide to abuse it. You decide to abuse it, forgetting that power is transient. You can only stay there for some time and leave. And another person will come. Right? That is life. When Malami was misbehaving anyhow, flexing power, he never knew that what he was cooking, that he was teaching people how to cook. And now Bola boys are teaching him that they are better cooks. Malami is shouting human rights today. Did Malami listen? Did Malami respect human lives during his time? The answer is no. Malami abused human rights. I know when we went for a protest in Abuja, Malami ordered that we should be dealt with. This same Malami is calling human rights and civil societies to come and help him out. You see how funny life is. This is just 2 years. Just 2 years. He's already crying. He has not even seen anything yet, because the accusation or the allegation against him is massive. Terrorist sponsoring and money laundering. He cannot escape it. And that is the truth. There's no two ways about that. Malami has been accused by a general that all the terrorists arrested, Malami freed all of them, while he was busy saying Nnamdi Kanu must die. Buhari has spent all the money in the world to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu and bring him back to Nigeria. Advice from Malami, executed by Malami. Where is Buhari today? He's dead and gone and even forgotten. He didn't die well. And he will still not die well. He will still not have rest wherever he is. That is the truth. The wicked must and will never go unpunished. Okay, let's take some news, some online news headlines, and then can I go back to the main program of the day. To start with Daily Trust. EFCC responds to Malami claims on why his bail was revoked. He has never seen something. One of my gala friends will say, you never cheat something. You never cheat something. He has not seen anything. Okay, this criminal, Primate Ayodele, I didn't try to extort 150 million naira from Minister Adelabu, as from Primate Ayodele. Now he's trying to defend himself. He's trying so hard to defend himself right now. This is the same man that said Igbos are under a curse. So today, who is under a curse right now? What a disgrace. Avoid men of God that request money from you for prayers. True men of God will never request money for you from prayers. If they pray for you and you think appreciating their effort is good for you, then you can go ahead and do that. That is life. Jesus did not go around collecting money for people for prayers. Jesus did not collect money for deliverance in the Bible that we are aware of. All right. What else do we have here? Still from Daily Trust, this coming from ADC. Disclose details of tax reform agreement or terminate it. ADC to Nigerian government. This was my stream yesterday. You cannot sell us off to France. You cannot sell us to France. And then we will not know how much you are selling us to France. You must tell us how much you are selling us to France. Since President Bola Tinubu has decided to become a puppet, a France puppet, going to Burkina Faso to go and look for trouble. We understand the game. Okay, this is good news. Good news. Notorious bandit Kachala Naala shot dead in Sokoto. I hope this is not one of their propagandas. But if he's truly dead, glory to God. Glory to God if he's truly dead. All right. This is from the cable. This is from the cable. They are following what you taught them. Odinkalu forced Malami over EFCC politicization claim. They are following what you taught them. Yes, Tinubu's students are good learners. They learned very well on how to deal with people like Malami, and they are doing a fantastic job, despite the fact that Tinubu is a failure, but he's doing some things right, things like these. And I'm fully in support of Tinubu on what he's doing currently against this criminal called Malami, this terrorist called Malami. Okay, let's move to the next paper we have here. Move to the next paper. Okay, this is from Business Insider. Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger Republic launch $895 million regional investment bank. Isn't this what African Union and ECOWAS are supposed to be doing? Is this not what they're supposed to be doing? Can someone tell me what is ECOWAS? What have we achieved under ECOWAS and African Union since the creation of these two organizations? I will tell you nothing. ECOWAS cannot hold leaders to our account for punishing our citizens. What they are after is to safeguard the seat of presidents in failed countries in West Africa. They refuse to tackle the root cause why the military are taking over, why the military are toppling democratic governments. ECOWAS is a useless organization. That is what I said, and I stand by what I said. And African Union is the most useless among all of them. Every year they host fancy parties, fancy meetings, discuss useless things that never yield any positive result. And then they go back, come back again and change leadership. They continue deceiving themselves instead of doing the right thing. Look at what 3 countries have successfully done. These countries, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger Republic, signed that they won't collect loans from any Western bank. Instead, they have introduced their own bank their own investment bank that will help them build their countries. A big clap to these three countries. A round of applause to Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger Republic. This is what development is all about. It's not about changing government every 4 years and looting the country dry. Governance is for development and taking care of her citizens and not causing destruction and pains on her citizens. That is what true governance is, my people. Please, let's give a good thanks, a round of applause to Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger Republic, my people. This is what governance is. And not looting and corrupting our judiciary and our National Assembly. That is not true governance. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. What do we have here? Okay, I think I've taken this before. Bandits arrested by army in Ifelodun Council say they got AK-47 rifles from Kwara government officials. I took this yesterday. Bandits are accusing Kwara State government officials of giving them AK-47 rifles. I have said this time and time again that the terrorism going on in Nigeria is sponsored by the politicians. All right. From Sahara Reporters, Nigeria imports 5.3 trillion naira fuel in 9 months under Tinubu's government. Tell me, my people, why are we still importing fuel when Dangote refinery has the capacity or have the capacity to supply our needs? Because the looting is from the importation. They have decided to frustrate this country. I don't know who cursed these leaders. I don't know why our leaders hate development. Look at the way they are frustrating Dangote today. What NNPC could not achieve, Dangote achieved it. Instead of supporting Dangote, they are rather sabotaging Dangote. And Tinubu is there watching. This is the man that called himself a Democrat. The same man that ran away when we were protesting against the military. What a funny country. Okay. Sahara Reporters, retired general alleges Malami Yahaya colluded to free 48 terrorism suspects, links top military government officials to money laundering. Malami is not going anywhere soon unless he decides to become to APC. Unless he decides to become to APC. Maybe APC will decide to forgive him. Because Malami is a force and he has made so much money from criminal activities. Tinubu has seen Malami as a threat. It's better for him to quash the threat before it becomes bigger. And that is what Tinubu is currently doing. But I love what Tinubu is doing. You should deal with him. He's a criminal and a terrorist. And he must not go unpunished, my people. No sin should go unpunished. Enugu, from Punch newspaper, Enugu acquires indigenous surveillance drones. I so much love that governor of Enugu State. The man is not joking with security. Good job, good job. And it's very nice. Kudos to him for patronizing local production of drones. From Daily Trust or Daily Post, Daily Post, Ex-lawmaker asked Nigerian government to probe alleged supply of arms to bandits in Kwara. Is Kwara State not APC state? What will come out of that? Nothing. Just forget it. Okay. Joint Revenue Board bans road taxes, stickers, illegal checkpoints across Nigeria. Will these people obey? Will Agboros and street touts obey? I don't think they will obey this. So let me just take one more paper and then we'll move into the videos we have. From Vanguard, rescue yourself. You can't investigate me. Okay, sorry, excuse yourself. You can't investigate me. Malame to EFCC chairman. My brothers and sisters, tell me, who is Malame that EFCC chairman will not investigate? He thinks he's still in power. He must be dreaming. He must be dreaming. Okay, let me take this last one. This is from Daily. Okay, this is from this day newspaper. Supreme Court, President not empowered by Constitution to suspend governors, legislators. I'm just saying this now, but the information we had yesterday is different from what I'm currently saying. Okay, let's read it so that, because I was fully prepared for Nigerian judiciary today, especially the Supreme Court. But since I'm seeing this now, maybe I will have a rethink. Says exercise of such powers subject to judicial review to prevent a bit. Okay, let me come again, please. Says exercise of such powers subject to judicial review to prevent arbitrariness, abuse. Okay. Strikes out PDP governor's suit challenging emergency rule in Rivers. Verdict: an evil win against democracy, opposition party declares. I don't understand what this people are saying here. Okay, let's go here. The Supreme Court yesterday stated that Section 305 of the Constitution did not confer power on the President to temporarily dissolve executive and legislative institutions of a state during emergency rule. Aha, and I don't get luck from my hand today. If not, I was fully prepared for you people. Alluding to the deliberate silence of the Constitution on the spirit of the Section 305, the Supreme Court added that the exercise of such powers remains subject to judicial review to prevent arbitrariness and abuse. The Apex Court, which delivered judgment in a suit by PDP states against the declaration of state of emergency in Rivers State by President Bola Tinubu, however, struck out the suit. Tinubu had, in March, citing threat to peace in Rivers State, declared a state of emergency and subsequently suspended Governor Siminalayi Fubara, his deputy, as well as the entire Rivers State House of Assembly members for 6 months. Tinubu, in addition, appointed a retired naval chief, Ibok Ete Ibas, that came to Rivers State and loot the hell out of Nigeria as sole administrator for the state for the period of emergency, which lasted 6 months. While the emergency was in force, 11 PDP governors had, through their states attorney generals, approached the Apex Court to challenge the powers of the president to suspend elected public office holders, such as the governor of Rivers State and the state lawmakers. So what I understand here is that no arm of government is constitutionally superior to another. and none may lawfully absorb the powers expressly vested in another. Okay, I think what I understand here is that the president have the powers to declare state of emergency, but does not have the powers to suspend an elected governor. So if that's the case, that means that the suspension was illegal. And if the suspension is illegal, then the local government chairman election that took place under the criminal sole administrator, Ete Ibak, I don't know what that his useless name is. That means that election is fake. It's a fraud. That means all the local government chairmen will have to resign their post if the government of Rivers State has the balls to pursue this matter. That is it. Kai, APC is a disaster and a curse to this country. All right. I think the judiciary is safe in my hands for today. Let me leave them for today. If not, I was fully prepared for them. I was fully prepared for them.
Naija, now they sleep. The people who supposed protect us don't turn on robbers in black robe. Make when I hear me clear, oh. Them wear wig, them wear gown, but for night them they count brown envelope for house. Conscience don't die, they bury am for backyard. Now them they sell justice like gala for whole up. Them collect money, them twist the law. Give governor power to scatter person's sweat. 10 years business, one judgment, PM.
I think I should forgive the judiciary for today. If not, my program today was for judiciary and President Bola Tinubu. So let me focus on President Bola Tinubu only for today. Let me focus on them only for today. But before I start with President Bola Tinubu, I want us to watch some videos. Let's watch some videos.
I can never thank my brothers of the inner bar enough for this great privilege, which they never tire of showering on me. We all love you and respect you, my lords. The credit is yours that we continue to thrive in this profession. The credit is yours that the nation continues to survive. It is a credit to you that as great as have been your contributions to the cause of justice, you do not feel that your work is done and that you can now take your rest. The nation is caught in one long midnight, and as the lamp flickers in your hands, you must call to mind the biblical injunction. A bruised reed shall he not break, and the smoking flax shall he not quench. He shall bring judgment unto truth. Those who hate the lamp that you hold will do all that they can to extinguish it. You judges of this generation are not appointed to rest. You are in the same position in which the Apostle Paul found himself when he declared that he had been all things to all men, that by all means he might win a few. In his own words, to the weak became I as weak, that I might gain the weak. I am made all things to all men, that I might by all means save some. But that was not the view that the orator Tertullus held of Paul when he appeared to prosecute him before the governor Felix. He said, "We have found this man a pestilent fellow and a mover of sedition among all the Jews throughout the world, and a ringleader of the sect of the Nazarenes." We do not agree with Tertullus. Paul goes down in history as the greatest of the apostles. In much the same way, generations to come shall appreciate the sacrifices of you judges to save a nation in which nothing seems predictable. You must not despair. It is you who give us hope. As great as are our sacrifices as lawyers, the sacrifices of you judges are greater. That is why we feel indebted to you. That is why our duty of respect for you is unqualified. To speak of you as you hear me speak is not to say that you are perfect or that you have nothing more to do or to learn. I acknowledge that we do not have a perfect judiciary. I acknowledge that we still have a long way to go. It has become fashionable to criticize and condemn you judges, but those who do so do not know you well enough. And how can we see well to remove the speck in your eyes when we have not first removed the beam in ours? We, all of us, have fallen short of our obligations to the nation. Dictatorship would never have taken root in our country if corruption had not first permeated every department of it. So we are all guilty. We are all implicated. We should consider ourselves remarkably fortunate if the calamities that have befallen the nation can be blamed on one man or one institution. As for you judges, my lords, I bear witness to your sacrifices. Many of you have little or nothing to show for those sacrifices. If the wealth that some of us have acquired have brought us under suspicion and may witness against us on the day of judgment, it is the poverty of some of you judges that is the proof of your patriotism. If you are misunderstood, if you suffer condemnation, it is because that has always been the lot of those who lead. As judges, your place is in front. Take it and stay there. It is you who show the way. When your place is in front, you will be the first victims of the dangers that assail the nation. Be strong. I'm quoting from the Bible. Be strong and of a good courage. Fear not, nor be afraid of them. For the Lord thy God, he it is that doth go with thee. He will not fail thee, nor forsake thee. You judges, are in the remarkable position of deriving your authority and independence, not only from the Constitution, but also from yourselves. The judiciary is the one arm of government with the potential to expand its own power through the work of judicial review. The law is what you say it is. Say it. The power of judicial review is necessitated by the federal structure. Federalism requires an institution such as the judiciary to identify and check non-compliance by the federating units. The dominance of one political party, as is the case now, has tended to weaken Nigerian federalism. It has virtually eliminated the opposition. This dominance by one political party makes the work of the judiciary more urgent and important. When there is no opposition, the judiciary must be strong. It must be alert. It must be innovative. It must defend the law and the Constitution, employing every inherent power and sanction of a court of law. The framers of the Constitution would never have entrusted the judiciary with the custody and control of the Constitution without at the same time vesting it with the necessary jurisdiction and power to protect it at a time of mindless corruption. As I said before, it is midnight. It is you, judges, who lead in this darkness. At such a time, you must be bold, you must be courageous, you must be honest, you must be innovative. The criminalization of politics means that you are the hope of the nation. If the electoral process continues to be dominated by money, if violence and ethnicity continue to prevail, if the checks and balances instituted by law have been eliminated or have ceased to be effective, if all the structures for accountability provided in the Constitution are brazenly ignored, then, in that case, we need a judiciary that can assert itself. Do so now. Do not fear, nor be afraid. If this generation does not appreciate you, generations to come will do so. Generations to come shall look back and wonder how you were able to save a nation so totally lacking in moderation. It has been said that as long as the nation is rife with corruption, we should not consider ourselves a democracy. The hope of the nation is the judiciary. The hope of the nation is in the judiciary to remove this cankerworm of corruption so that we can have a genuine democracy. What that means is that you judges must be enlightened. You must spiritualize yourselves. A good judge must be holy. Whether the nation remains godless depends not so much on our priests and pastors and imams, but on you, our judges. The men and women of God have taught the lessons they ought to teach. It remains for you, judges, to punish disobedience. By the appropriate use of punishment, you have the means to compel criminals to give up crime. That is why it is said that a nation is as good or as godly as its judiciary. It is for this reason that some people blame not the politicians, but our judges and magistrates for the fallen state of our country. As long as our country remains as it is, it shall be a judgment on our judiciary. For some time now, thieves in our country have been stealing more than they need in the hope that they can share some of their loot with their prosecutors and judges. There is no greater insult to you, judges, than that sort of mentality. And so when criminals of that sort are arraigned before you, you should prove to them that you are implacably and irreconcilably opposed to their conduct. From the beginning, this profession taught you to take one side. Take the side of God. Take the side of the nation. Take the side of truth. There are sacrifices to be made. Make them. I know that for many of you, a life of commitment to truth has meant poverty. Offer that poverty as your sacrifice to God. We are building a nation of righteousness. We must give up our former ways. And the judiciary is a vital and indispensable partner in that effort. It is through the work of the judiciary that we shall know whether or not the nation is failing or succeeding. If the presidential system has failed, if it is failing, or if it has serious defects, it is through the work of the judiciary that we shall know what remedies to apply. It is through the work of the judiciary that we shall know what remedies are available in the Constitution, either as it exists or as it can be amended to be. I can go on and on, but these are things you know. May the Lord bless you as you continue to serve. And I appeal to the nation, begin to pray for the judiciary. We are not going to help our judges by condemning them. If my emphasis is on God, it is understandable, because at my age, I think I'm beginning to peep on the other side. May the Lord bless you. Our hearts are with you. Please. Again and again and again, I say, may the Lord bless you.
All right. That was a wonderful speech. A failed country can be traced to the judiciary. A successful country can also be traced to the judiciary, because the job of the judiciary is to uphold the Constitution, which our current judiciary has failed completely. Our judiciary under the APC is now a political party. The judge said that attacking the judges is not right. But me, I say, accusing and attacking them is the right thing to do, because as they are committing this crime, it has become a normal thing for them, and it becomes a regular thing if it is not tackled. I can give you an example. Like the police. Our police don't used to collect money from motorists. They were never doing that before. But somebody started it by gifting them money. They collect it and said thank you. Another person gifted them. Or along on the road, they kept collecting. At the end of the day, when they gathered all the money, they see how big the money is. They say, wow, that means if we are collecting 1 naira or 5 naira, at the end of the day, we may be getting like 10k or 20k. No, this is worth doing. And then when the people stop giving, they say, no, we cannot stop taking this money home. They decide to be forcing people to give them the money by force because they have tested the goodness in free money. They have tested the sweetness in free money. So, stopping it became a big problem for police. Today, police is ready to kill you because of 15 naira. So many persons have lost their lives because they refuse to give police 15 naira. It all started from somewhere, and it all started from somebody. Just one man started it. And now the judiciary, the Nigerian judiciary, has taken that route. If they are not called to order, theirs will be worst because your life is in their hands. I can give you an example of Nnamdi Kanu, for instance. That was a bad judgment. That was a bad judgment. And that is the truth. I am not defending, I will never, ever in my life defend anything wrong. If my dad was alive, and maybe he makes any mistake, I will call him out. And that is who he was when he was alive. He was a no-nonsense military man.
Naija, now they sleep. The people who supposed to protect us don't turn on robbers in black robe. Make when I hear me clear, oh. Them wear wig, them wear gown, but for night them they count brown envelope for house. Conscience don't die, they bury them for backyard. Now them they sell justice like gala for whole up. Them collect money, them twist the law. Give governor power to scatter person sweat. 10 years business, one judgment PM. Everything don't go, which kind country be this?
Who they kill democracy?
Backups, not the judges.
Who they chase investors?
Backups, not the judges.
Who they protect thieves where a gather?
Not the judges.
Judicial bandits. Nigeria judiciary na the most corrupt for the whole world. Our judges na businessmen. Them they thrive, they swim, they die for corruption money.
Judicial bandits. Pen don't thief our hope, then don't close the door. No investor won't come, everybody they run come on.
Judicial bandits, oh.
Hey, governor wants still election, judge say carry go. Person build factory, them send bulldozer. Because of quality no small. 20 years of blood and sweat, one night a rating for Yakata.
Judge don't chop money, him they smile for chamber. Him children they school for London, him wife they shop for Paris. But you're picking up easy light, your business don't die finish. Now wow for this country.
Which country they grow and co they sell daddies?
No country.
Who they kill dreams every day?
Backups.
Judicial bandits. Nigeria judiciary Our judges na businessmen. Them they thrive, they swim, they dive for corruption money. Judicial bandits.
Come on, man, hope don't die, justice don't pass. Nigeria don't scatter because of
judicial bandits. Yeah.
Nigerians, open on our eyes. These people no be judges again. Them be armed robbers with law degree. Them be 419 with sound title. Them be Yahoo boys with British accents. If we no talk now, tomorrow go worse.
Judicial bandits, judicial bandits. Nigerian judiciary na the most corrupt for the whole world. Our judges na businessmen. Them they chop our future. They bedel full with corruption money. Judicial bandits. Hey. Make una rise up, make una talk. This country must better. Judicial bandits go fall one day. I say. Judicial bandits, judicial bandits. Nigeria go heal, we go win. But first make them fall, make them fall, make them fall.
Italy don't come again. Italy don't come again. Italy don't come again. Truth9ja don't come again. Italy don't come again. Italy don't come again. Truth9ja don't come again. No. You get it back to here and make we go. Now only truth we dey and for here no fear. Oh. If you no feel here, I beg you waka go. Mr Truth9ja no get your time. We dey talk am raw, we dey talk am prime. If you feel the air truth, oh yeah, sit down, yeah. Now the hand don't start, make it clear. To all my people where they watch, I hail you now. Now the real kids we dey drop no drama. Truth9ja don't come again, no. Stand with the guy. Truth9ja don't come again, no. Stand with the guy. Italy don't come again. Italy don't come again. Italy don't come again. Truth9ja don't come again, no. You get liver to here and make we go. Now only truth we did and for here no fear, oh. If you no fit here, baby waka go. Mr Truth9ja no get your time, and we dey talk am raw, we dey talk am prime. If you fit the air truth, oh yeah, sit down here. Now the hand don't start, make it clear. To all my people where they watch, I hail you now. Now the real kids we dey drop no drama. Truth9ja don't come again, no. Stand with the go ahead. Truth9ja don't come again, no. Stand with the go ahead. Truth9ja don't come again, no.
Alright, Truth9ja don't come again. Please subscribe to my channel. I need to hit 1,000 subscribers so I can monetize this channel and make some money for me to buy data. I am burning a lot of data. Please subscribe to my channel. I will really appreciate it. Okay. I was fully ready for judiciary today, but that news I saw just changed my mindset completely. But the fact still remains that the judiciary is the most corrupt judiciary in the whole world. Somebody posted here that I love this song. It oppresses my mind. Thank you, my brother. Oh, my sister, I am an artist. I am also an engineer. All those songs, I am the artist that sang all those songs. And the song, they were all produced at City Records in Port Harcourt. All right, let's watch the first video so I can start the program proper.
To come out and vote out PDP for good and make sure your vote count. This is a center of the culture of political focus and determination. We have no doubt if the Southwest Bloc understands and accepts this change, it will happen. So the ball is in your court. If you want to improve Nigeria, put your experience and determination, and God willing, it will happen. Whatever savings we will make from stopping corruption, we will quickly put in farming and mining. And we will start the commodity boards. Let us see the cocoa farms resurfacing since the oil is being ridiculed now in the market. What the APC will do is to make sure infrastructure is once more on the ground. NEPA, power holding owned company, and then the road, the express road, from Lagos to here and from here to Ilorin. This will be a great priority to APC. We have no doubt in your state government. You have seen it, you have experienced it, you promise that it will continue. For the rest of the country, especially the Northeast, security is the priority. For the rest of the country, job, opening of factories, getting goods and services, and getting able-bodied employed. I thank you very much. The massive experience I have from the airport to here, I will never forget. I thank you very much indeed.
Buhari ti sọ̀rọ̀ àti gbọ́. 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 Ó tún yá ṣe bàbá, ṣe Buhari, ṣe bàbá, ṣe Buhari, ṣe bàbá.
This is where the destruction of Nigeria started. It started from the west, from the southwest. It started from Yoruba land. Because Buhari has never won the southwest before. The very day the southwest decided to give Buhari votes, that was the very day the fate of Nigeria was sealed for destruction. All he promised on that campaign, did he fulfill them, my brothers from the southwest? Has he fulfilled those promises? The answer is no. I am going somewhere. Because I'm not hiding my tensions and my hate for Bola Tinubu's character. I don't hate him as a man, but I hate his character. I hate his lifestyle, and I hate the deceit and the lies he spews every day. That was the foundation of Nigeria's downfall. That campaign just worked. And who sealed the Nigerians' destruction that we are still experiencing till today? Let's watch the video.
Okay. Well, let me now
to you. Today, I am very, very elated. I will turn around in all corners. I will talk to you from every corner. Don't worry. Okay, Okuko. Kelegbe abi ogbe owe. Kelegbe abi ogbe owe. Àwọn tí bá wà lérí, àwa máa yí wọn mọ́lẹ̀. Àwa tí bá wọn lérí, àwa máa yí wọn mọ́lẹ̀ gédégbé, gédégbé àbí ògbé òwe. Onírọ́ kúrọ́ fúnirọ́ òwe. Now I go on now. APC! APC! Now. Now, okay. I did number one. God bless you. God bless you. Today, we brought to you the greatest joy and the challenge of our time. The great Egbas, the great Ogun State, the great Baga woman, the great APC, the great students, the great youths, the great students, the greatest of the greatest of the greatest of the greatest of the greatest. I brought to you, we have seen a very cerebral, competent, God-given vision in Ibikole Amosu. Okay, until I ask you to sing. Until I ask you to sing. If you sing, I will leave the microphone. I will go back up. Do I leave the microphone? You've got to listen to me now. Àgbàlagbà, ojú àgbàlagbì lọ. So to ye, oh yeah, give us a lot. Today, we have a governor that has shown Nigerians that progressive ideology, the concern and welfare of the people, can only be demonstrated with a combination of ability to think and to do. It's equal performance. Have you seen that or not? Is Ibikole Amosu performing or not? Are you happy or not? This side, are you happy or not? Are you going to vote or not? Have you registered or not? BBC, permanent voters card. Isn't it? Okay. We determined voter's card that you must have to vote. Today, we brought on you that great leader. And we have to be clearly clear that every nation have a period of their own challenges. When America was challenged, they turned to one great man, their ex-military general, as General Eisenhower. Correct? When French was challenged, they turned to their general, Charles de Gaulle. Correct? When Britain was challenged, they turned to their great general, Winston Churchill. Correct? Today, Nigeria is challenged, economically challenged, physically challenged, security challenged. Who do we turn to? General Muhammad Buhari is the right man for the job. If you talk of military experience, he has it abundantly. If you talk of courage, he has it abundantly. If you talk of simplicity, he has it abundantly. If you talk of great determination, a combination of vision and ability to perform, honesty and integrity, he has it abundantly. Abundantly. Abundant. Abundant. I love. I'm coming back up. I love when the incapable government of Nigeria, Poverty Development Party, they have nothing again to say. They now ask the integrity, the temerity, to question the qualification of General Buhari and look for a certificate. Shame on them. If they want to insult the armed forces institution, the military institution, they should change and turn to another cause. Don't go through Buhari. A Buhari went to cadet school, isn't it? Abi? He went to cadet school. You give him peep. Abi, what do they call that thing? Eh? From cadet school, you give him star. Abi? He became colonel. From colonel, to major, they don't talk. From major to brigadier, they don't talk. From brigadier to general, they don't talk. It's two generals, so he come for war. And no talk. You say pass war. You send it to army school, London, he pass. Ẹgbẹ́ lọ sí Sandhurst ní London, ó pass. Ẹ ló gba certificate. Àbí ẹgbẹ́ lọ sí America ní school àwọn army. Àwọn àti òyìnbó America náà jọ ń ṣe left right rev. Àbí ẹ̀dẹ̀ tó kọ̀wé fún wọn. Okay.
All right. That's the very day democracy was murdered in Nigeria. bunch of failures came together and agreed to destroy Nigeria. Bola Tinubu said there that PDP was poverty development party. Now, what do we call APC today? What do we call APC today? What would be the right word? Can someone suggest what we should call APC? I don't joke with my comment sessions. Most of the program I'm doing, I get some of those titles and inspirations from the comment section. I want somebody to suggest to me what we should call the APC today. Someone suggested all political coven that feast and suck its citizens' blood. And I recorded a song for that. This is the very day they murdered democracy in Nigeria. Thieves, criminals from the north, and some, in fact majority, so many from the southwest came together and gave us this disaster that we have today. But I am happy that so many persons from the southwest are against this disaster that call themselves a political party. And there's a breaking news right now. The former Chief Justice of Nigeria has passed. Former CJN, former Chief Justice of Nigeria, Tanko Mohammed, is dead. CJN Tanko Mohammed died just 3.5 years after his resignation from office in 2022. That's why I say, no matter whatever you do, don't forget, death is inevitable. And where are you going after death? That is the big question. Where are we all going after death? Where are we going after death? If someone told him that he will be dying today, will he believe it? Will he believe it? Today he's dead. All right. I think I saw one other interesting from Daily Post. Airlines don't benefit from airfare hike, Okonkwo claims. My brothers and sisters, if airlines are hiking their prices from 100,000, 120,000 to 700,000, 500,000 and 800,000, who is benefiting from it? I don't know why these people think Nigerians are foolish and stupid. I don't know why they do that. I don't know why they do that. This is from Daily Post. Airlines don't benefit from air hikes, Okonkwo. Let's read so that we know who is benefiting from it. Chairman of the United Nigeria Airlines, Obiora Okonkwo, has said that airlines do not benefit from hikes in airfare. Okonkwo made the claims on Monday during an interview on Arise Television, monitored by Daily Post. His remarks is coming against the backdrop of escalated airfare in the country. He said, I have seen what is going around different social media platforms. I realize that some of them are tickets that were bought on the travel day at the last minute. And obviously, sometimes also some people compare. They put up a business or premium class ticket and looking at the prices indicated there, talk about them as if that economic ticket, as a matter of fact. In some other route, you can still buy a ticket for 100,000 naira and 150,000 naira in a progressive pricing. which is actually the rule for the industry. It has not made any sense. I don't see the reason why I should fly Lagos to Port Harcourt at a cost of 500,000 naira. I don't see the reason.
My people, they ask you question. 10 years don't waka. The matter still they burn. We dey hear for streets say trillions don't miss. Who go answer us? Who go talk truth? APC na thief.
Now waiting people they talk.
NPC na where APC they 24. APC na thief.
Now the cry of the masses.
NPC na where APC they 24.
Them say 20 trillion don't vanish for air. It just growing like come out, nobody nowhere.
People they ask who they run the show, who they hold the pen, who signed the dough.
Buhari been the minister fuel matter show. People they complain, say money no they show. Before him buy, him talk forgiveness. He shock the nation, he raise auspiciousness. Oh,
Chai, NPC don't turn to jungle. Now where big money they disappear like candle. If 20 trillion try your hand.
Yes, APC are thieves. APC are thieves. There's no two ways about that. Meanwhile, I have a video here for us to watch.
In the meantime, some leaders of the All Progressives Congress have staged a protest in Abuja calling for the entire cancellation of the November the 16th Anambra State governorship election. The protesters made their way to the office of the Independent National Electoral Commission, where they confronted security officers guarding the national headquarters. While speaking to journalists outside the commission's office, some of the party's leaders accused INEC of having been compromised over the election.
Is our protest against the rigging of Anambra election. It's against the rigging of Delta senatorial election. It's against the rigging of Oguta House of Assembly election. And our coming is to ask Nigeria to support us to stop rigging in Nigeria. There is poverty in Nigeria because of fraud. Rigging of election is the greatest fraud that any nation can have.
We are here mainly to give letter to INEC on our representations of the Huawei elections in Anambra are conducted and are demanding cancelling the election totally and putting another date to the election. The reason we are putting in the letter, which is going to be handed over to INEC.
Today, mark the first warning signal to INEC as an institution. They do not represent the interests of Nigerians. They are all compromised electoral officers. They have committed criminal offenses by rigging elections against Nigerians.
This was APC protesting against the democracy for a rigged election. Tell me, the rigging of the PDP and the APC election, which is worst today? Which among the two is worst today? You guys should judge. Do we have election in this country anymore? We no longer have elections in this country anymore. And the opposition parties are so foolish that they are not even doing what they are supposed to be doing as opposition. just as the judge said in my previous video, the video I played earlier. And the information reaching me now is that the opposition have written to Donald Trump that President Bola Tinubu is trying to destroy the democracy in Nigeria. After this stream, I believe I will see that content, that document, and then I will bring it up online, maybe tomorrow or maybe later this evening. They were allowed to protest freely without stress. Nobody was after them. Not that the government did not have power to deal with them decisively. But today, these same criminals that protested against the PDP, against Jonathan's government, are against protest today. You protest, they come after you. For the first time in my history, I saw APC pattern. When you are protesting for good governance, they will go and pay other people to come and protest that, and counter that protest that the government is doing very well. This is what APC have taught us. And then after the protest, you see them fighting each other. They gave us 10 million to share, and one man wants to eat 5 million. You see them fighting. We have seen it, and we have the videos. I'm so grateful to internet. Internet never forgets. This is the type of leadership that the system has decided to give to us. APC are thieves. They are criminals. They are everything bad. There's no good news about the APC government. Now, we all know that we are different people, but yet we still have an understanding. We know we are divided along tribal lines and religious lines, but we still loved each other and we still respected each other until APC came. And when APC came, they divided us completely. And today we are divided along tribal line, bigotry, hatred every day. Today I hear some Yoruba people say they are not giving Igbos house anymore in Lagos. That is what I hear today, forgetting that there are Yorubas in Igbo land as well. This is what the APC has cost us. This is what APC has cost us as a party. Divided us completely. So today, we are no longer united anymore. Everybody is bearing his father's name. But the main topic of today is Tinubu sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria? Is Tinubu really or sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria? That is a big question. But then we still have some videos to watch before we go into that analysis. All right, let's play this video. Let's play this video.
Today, as we continue our conversation on the future of Nigeria, I have an eminent Nigerian cleric who has also had significant involvement in Nigeria's politics. He is the General Overseer of Living Spring Chapel International. He's also the host of Turning Point Global, an online church that has members from over 100 nations, and is currently the National Director in charge of politics and governance in the PFN. I'd like to welcome the former Deputy Speaker of Oyo State House of Assembly, Pastor Femi Emmanuel. Pastor, you are welcome to Inside Sources.
Thank you very much, Laulu. This is a wonder. I appreciate what you are doing here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So since it's your first time on Inside Sources, I'm going to ask you my custom question. If you look at where Nigeria is today, do you think that we are heading in the direction of that greatness that many of us believe is the destiny of our country?
Not at all. We are heading in the wrong direction. We are taking one step forward and 10 steps backward. We are not heading in the right direction at all. This was not the dream of the forefathers of Nigeria.
So what do you think is wrong with the direction that we are taking now, and what can we do to fix it?
Our problem as a country is foundational. Nigeria problem is foundational, is fundamental. The scripture says, if the foundation is wrong, what can the righteous do? Nigeria was structured to fail ab initio. From the British colonial masters, I always ask people, Google and search for Mr. Harold Smith's confession on Nigeria. I'm sure you must have also done that before.
Yes.
That old man who said his conscience can't let him rest and go to his grave, and confess how the British colonial master mandated the British officers that were here, and he was one of them, to make sure that the power, now two things, the census was corrupted, manipulated, and given the largest population to the north, and that the headship, the election of 1959, prior to the independence, should go to the north. It was a special directive from the Home Office. So from the beginning, the country was handed over to the north. And that is the basis of our problem. And if you go back to history, the founding fathers, Chief Obafemi Awolowo of blessed memory, Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, and Sir Ahmadu Bello. You know, Nigeria was a negotiated country. And what was negotiated was a federal structure. Even then, Chief Obafemi Awolowo said the statement, is evergreen statement, and Nigeria is a mere geographical expression. And Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe said, look, we are the same, we could run together. And you remember what Sir Ahmadu Bello said? He said, no, we are not the same. You are an Igbo from the east, a Christian. I am a Fulani, a Muslim from the north. That we are different. We can only manage our differences. It is that differences we mismanage. When the coup of 1966 came and suspended the federal constitution and slammed on us the unitary system, which we are still battling with today. What we call constitution today is not the Nigerian constitution. It's a unitary system, military decree, which we are lying to ourselves about. So the problem of Nigeria is foundational. And until we return to who we were before the military intervention, we will not get ourselves right.
Excellent point, Pastor. And I'm very glad that you've also come in touch with what Harold Smith said. I had a guest about a couple months ago who actually met Mr. Smith, recorded him on video in London, and you know they put out his book. So everything that you've said about him is very correct. As a matter of fact, why those Nigerian nationalists were meeting in London, their hotel rooms were bugged. They bugged their hotel rooms. They were monitoring them. So clearly, you know, so clearly the foundation was very shaky. But even then, we ourselves now, when we took over, we made the situation worse by the breakdown of law and order that led to civil war and then eventual military. So my next question is that, so what are we supposed to do? So now we've been independent for 65 years, Pastor. You know, so can we still be holding, you know, the British folks responsible for what has happened to us?
Mr. Alaulu, you and I have just said, once the foundation is wrong, there is nothing you build on it that will stand. We've been independent now for 65 years. If we continue this way, for the next 65 years, we will still be like this. When a train derails, it doesn't just go running in the bush. Nothing makes a wrong right until you correct it. That's why I believe that what the patriots are saying Chief Emeka Yauko,
yes,
and co. That's the way. This one, we are just buying time. We are just frustrating ourselves. We don't trust ourselves. Mr. Laulu, we could be one country, but we are not one nation. Every time I see you and your guests, I see Okimbaloye, I see many of you. Anytime anyone begin to say, we are a nation, I tune off. We are not a nation. We could be a country. I mean, we could agree to live together, which was what the original constitution was all about, federalism. It is good to be together for size, for economy, for military power. But to say that, look, Google, again, I'll be asking you to do a lot of Google and find out the meaning of a nation. A nation is a community of people with the same ancestry, the same tradition, the same culture, the same value system, the same vision, the same mission. Laulu, are we that? We were different nations, different kingdoms before the British came to colonize us and forced us together in an amalgamation of evil. And you know that we were amalgamated for their own commercial purposes. And when the military came, they entrenched that modernization. They entrenched it on us. Don't forget that the military were on us for about 33 years. That's a whole generation. And when you look at the military general, from Murtala Mohammed to late Muhammadu Buhari, to late, not late, to Ibrahim Badamasi, to Abacha, to Absalam Abubakar. Those were the main military powers that ruled over us, apart from the 2.5 years of Obasanjo after the death of
and then General Gowon.
General Gowon that started it. But you see that after Gowon, all the other, and of course, you know, in the military, it is obeys the last command. And look at those generals I mentioned. They were all Muslim Fulanis from the north. So they took time to entrench Nigeria and gave it to the north. And when I say the north, gave it to the Fulanis. That is the truth. It may be a very hard truth to say, but that is the truth. And except we go to the truth and find out this is our situation, what can we do? Then we will continue to just be in vicious cycle. So Nigeria we have been entrenched in an unending crisis. And if you know the history of the Fulanis, you know, an invasion. Usman Dan Fodio invaded the north, subdued the Hausas. The Hausa is a subdued nation. Now, there is no major city in the north where you don't have an emir. And go and find Hausa. There is no Hausa emir. They are all Fulani emirs. And what is the problem we are having today? This insurgency, this crisis, is it not the headers, the Fulanis, extremists? It is all tied together. We will have peace and have progress if we return to what we were before their intervention. So saying we belong, why should we keep on blaming the British? It is the foundation they have laid that we are still on. And nothing will make a wrong right until you correct.
I agree with you, Pastor. I was trying to say that we have had enough time to fix our problem. That was the point I was trying to make, you know, which is why I will now ask you that. So what should we do?
There is no amount. What can we do? What can we do if we don't fix it from the foundation? There is no. I've listened to so many arguments on TV. I just say no. We have to go back. Once you have a foundation, a structural failure, it's different from when one window pane is broken, you change it. Your plumber, the WC is broken, you call the plumber to fix it. But when it's a structural failure, you have to go to the foundation. That's why all these constitutional amendments, you can't amend the lie. We're just wasting time and buying time. You can't amend the lie. I want to ask you, where did we sit down to make Nigeria 36 states with Abuja as the capital? Where did we sit down? The country that was negotiated was 3 regions: the north, the West, the East. 1963, by plebiscite, Midwest came. Where did we sit down and draw the boundary and then gave 19 states to the North, 774 local government, majority to the North, 8,800 ward, majority to the North. Look, there is no bill that can pass in that National Assembly if the North does not say so. Because the North, as we have it today, is the kingmaker. I don't hate the North. I love the Hausas. I love the Fulani, but we must tell the truth. So anybody that is talking about fixing Nigeria, that is overlooking the foundation and is saying, let's just go. It's not possible. It's not possible. That's why I refer you to the Patriot and some other a good Nigeria that are saying, look, we have looked into this situation, except I am a pastor today by the grace of God, and a general overseer for that matter. And I can tell you with all honesty that even God Almighty did not make Nigeria one. No, it was the colonial master that forced us together, and the military came and reinforced it. Except we untie ourselves, we are going to be plagued. It's going to be a long night.
Very, very interesting points that you are giving us, and I agree, entirely with your view that we have to fix this. And one of the things that I am also trying to do is to raise awareness about what has to happen. Now, so for instance, I have great expectations that now that you have somebody like the President Bola Tinubu in the office, he was, I mean, before he got there, he was sounding just like yourself and myself that this thing has to be restructured. Now, will it not be a disappointment if President Tinubu does not do this thing, in your view? Because it's one of the things that I'm holding out hope that he can lead the effort to restructure this country.
President Bola Tinubu, to his credit, before he became president, was a strong advocate of true federalism. That's what he was known for. True federalism. But, he said he has ambition to rule. By the grace of God, he's there now. But he's in a very tight corner, Mr. Olawu. I doff my hat for him. He's a courageous man. You can see bold and courageous steps he has taken so far, including the latest appointment of the Minister of Defense, which everybody seems to have applauded. Wow. So as subsidy is gone, that takes boldness to do. Because even the military generals and the previous president, everybody knew the subsidy was killing us, but who has the will to do it? Because the powers that were behind subsidy will swallow you up. But look at the boldness, look at the courage in many of his decisions. He's not an angel. Nigerian president is said to be one of the most powerful presidents in the world. That's why people are killing themselves to be president. So let's have strong states and regions, and let us have the president there to do the other thing we have mentioned. That is the only way out. And that is what he should do. If I see him today, I'm asked to advise him. I know it's not going to be easy, because those that are benefiting from this crisis, those that are benefiting from the problem we want to hold on to it. The National Assembly we have cannot do it. Now, they will tell you, you have your representative in the National Assembly. Go and talk to them. Between you and I, are they really representing us? Those who got there, and the first bill they passed was how to feather their nest, the constituency project, and the governors. Everybody is feeding fat except the masses. This madness must stop. All our children are japa. It's like Nigeria is a burning roof. It's like a nation that is coming down. How many of us will japa? At what age? Those who japa, what did they become over there? So the earlier all of us begin, look, we don't need the next election. What we need is not the next thing Nigeria need is not election. The next thing Nigeria need is to fit this nation. Is to fit this nation the way we are talking it now. Let's sit down, bring out the 2014 constitutional conference document, think how we did, let's see what is still relevant, let's see what. That's the way to go. And let us have a referendum. You have a constitution that does not have a referendum. It's just to tie the other people down to the apron of the ruler. I said, look, this is not Federal Republic of Nigeria. This is Federal Republic of the North. And that is the truth. Very hard truth, but that is the truth.
Very interesting. Even though we seem to have gotten the idea of rotational presidency, and it seems to be working well. But you know, what do you think about that?
Is it working?
Oh well, at least it's now the turn of the South. You know, it was the.
Well, look. I'm not a politician. I've done that 32 years ago. I'm now a leader of men. Look at what happened to PDP. Look at that crisis. If it's working, I mean, there's this gentleman agreement. 8 years in the North, 8 years to the South.
The South, yes.
And President Muhammad Buhari did 8 years.
Yes.
So by that gentlemanly agreement, he should go to the South.
Yes.
Because you saw another man came up and said, I still want to do, which was what brought crisis to PDP. They have not solved that problem till today.
That's
so how
correct.
do you say it's not working? It's not working. Because that eight years shift is not it's not in the Constitution. It's a gentleman agreement, which he said, look, some people will tell you, as long as you are in Nigeria, you are qualified to vote, which is what is in the Constitution. But there is this gentleman agreement which he broke, and that he broke PDP up to today.
He did.
And everybody's talking about are they becoming one party? Is it becoming one party state? Things are just happening. I mean, getting worse every day. We can't continue like this.
We can't. I agree entirely. But let's move on to another topic that I wanted you to talk about.
Right.
So the insecurity, the killings in the country, and what had happened recently when we had the unusual occasion of an American president saying, "Hey, what's going on there?" You know.
Yeah.
So what's your take about the intervention of Mr. Donald Trump in our? Well, in fact, he said that there is genocide going on in Nigeria.
Yes. Mr. Lalu, nobody can deny that there is genocide going on in Nigeria. Real time. And it's not just that today. It's been on for a long time. Those of us in the South, we may not feel the heat. But our brothers in the Northeast, Northwest, to a large extent, North Central, are under attack. You see, even if you are not there in Maiduguri, in Yobe, in Plateau, you see the number of people buried every day. You saw the cry out of Reverend Ezekiel Dachoma and several others. You saw those footages, everyday cry, everyday death, everyday shooting. So Donald Trump tweets was only a wake-up call. He's been there. And you know, America pride themselves in being the policeman of the world. America pride themselves that, look, we cannot open our eyes and let such crisis be been on for long. Whoever say there is no genocide in Nigeria is being economical with the truth. It's not being honest. It's been going on. Killing, especially Christians. It's not only Christians that are killed. Muslims have been killed. But initially when Boko Haram started, it was focused on Christians. Later, some Muslims too are being killed, but if you find that, if you go and profile, every life is important. Muslim and Christian, every Nigerian life is important.
Yes.
And it pains my heart, whether it's a Christian or Muslim or non-believer or free thinker, nobody make life, nobody should take another person's life. But we have a group of people who felt the rest of us are infidels. The rest of us are Catholics. If you don't agree with that, their own Islamic ideology, you either submit or you are taken off. It's been there. So Donald Trump only was saying the obvious. And of course, being an American, being the kind of person he is, we are not going to allow this to continue. I fully agree with them. There are those that are saying, you are a patriotic leader. You are a patriotic Nigerian. If Donald Trump should come, there is no nation American had ever gone that were left the same. And there are a lot of all kinds of theories outside there. It's coming for our minerals, it's coming for our oil, it's coming to destabilize us. If I had him well, President Donald Trump did not say he's coming to take over Nigeria and annex it to America. He did not say he's coming to take over our presidency and remove our president. I didn't hear him say that. He said if Nigerian system or government is not able to trace out these killers and stop them, America will not mind coming to fish out these killers, these bloodthirsty killers, these ones that are killing with impunity and nobody is able to restrain them. That America will not open their eyes. Do you know how many thousands have been killed? Thousands. I mean, when we are not in a war. So, if I heard him well, he didn't say he's coming to take over our government. He did not say he's coming to take out our president. He's saying if Nigerian government will not be able to stop them, and from all that you have seen, have we been able to stop them? Have we been able to secure life?
No.
We don't be able to do so. So if we take an outsider, a Donald Trump, to help us, I think so be it. And I think the government should not shy away. This thing is overwhelming. The truth is that we have been overwhelmed. Nigerian government has been overwhelmed. Nigerian people have been overwhelmed, except those who just want to be dishonest, except those who also want a Sharia. You know the problem with Nigeria? We have a country where you have two laws side by side. The North is in penal code Sharia. Sharia that tells you should not abuse the prophet, and if you do that, you are killed. And how do you have a country, you have two laws side by side? Mention another country like that to me. That one is Sharia. We are criminal code, and we say it's running together. We are just being untruthful. We are just being hypocritical. Everybody is careful not to offend the full animal. I watch the former president of Kaduna, El-Rufai, that says a full animal never forgive. A full animal will take you out. And I watch the Bauchi state governor. I'm mentioning this name, you can find them, this in the public space.
Yeah.
That said, the full animal, everywhere is his country. Anywhere he moves to, that is his country. He doesn't respect boundaries. He doesn't follow your constitution because they believe that the whole place is given to them by their God. That's what we are fighting. That's what we are up against. And it's an ideology. Can't be pacified. When I see negotiation with the terrorists, do you negotiate with terrorists? No, Americans say you don't negotiate with terrorists, you take them out. You don't negotiate. It's an ideology. They believe that's why they are on earth, to further the cause of their religion. And except you accept their own religious way of life, you are an infidel. An infidel should be killed. If an infidel is killed, there is reward for them in their paradise. And if they die killing an infidel, there are 7 virgins waiting for them up there. Now, can you think of such a demented orientation? And they believe it. Now, how do you fight a man that is ready to die? So when people say, no, diversity, the beauty of our diversity, I said diversity with who? With people who want to take over. They are out to take over, brought in from the Sahel region to take over. And they don't believe in democracy. So how do you sit down and discuss with such people? Well, I don't have problem with them. If that is what they want to do, let's leave them to do it. I watch the Emma of Kano.
So are you talking of SLS, Sanusi Lamido?
Yes, Sanusi Lamido. I watch him, and he's still in the public space. He said one time, that was when I knew this man will have a problem. He said, if you take Northeast and Northwest as a country, he said it will be the poorest country on earth. And if you take Northeast and Northwest out of Nigeria, in no time, Nigeria will be like Singapore. I said, they will soon go after this man. And you saw what happened. Because anyone that wants to say such a hard thing, and he is the full animal, and Emma was a prince then, being vocal, being who he is. And that is the truth. If Sharia, they can't live under a democracy. They don't believe in democracy. They can't live in a democracy. They want to live in a Sharia state. If that is what they want, give it to them. But let the rest of us also live our life. And let us have a way to coordinate at the top.
Thank you. Thank you so much. one last question that I wanted to respond to very quickly. So you are the director of politics and governance for the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria.
Yes.
What ought to be the role of the church, as a religious body? A lot of Nigerians, we are religious people, whether Christians or Muslims.
Yes.
How can the church be an agent of the kind of change that we so desire in our country?
Thank you very much. Nigeria is a highly religious country, but highly ungodly. Religiosity and godliness, they are two different things. You talk about the church now, and this is the burden I carry. Look, God took me to politics 32 years ago, 1991, 1992, 1993. I saw that my eyes open. It's like a veil just left to see what Nigerian state is. That is the passion and the burden I carry. What I saw in politics cannot be seen from the pulpit. The church is a sleeping giant. The church does not know the power they have. The power of democracy, the power of democracy is people. People. The church has people. The church has spread. The church has intellectual people. The church even have money. But the church is a sleeping giant. We all grew up as Christians to be told politics is dirty. Politics is evil. Don't go near politics. They will spoil you. If you want to go make heaven, leave politics for politicians. Leave politics for politicians is what has brought us to this level. Next to God's power is political power. Next to God's power is governance. And you say leave politics for politicians. A Yoruba adage says, if you leave your clothes for a madman, he will turn it into shreds. Leave politics for the politician. Politics is dirty. Politics is not dirty, but we have left it in the hand of dirty people. We left it in the hand of corrupt people. And that's why we find ourselves where we are. The church should salvage this nation. We have the population. We have the spread. We have the intellectual capability. We even have the money, but we are politically asleep. And that is the problem the church has. And I keep saying to the church, we have prayed enough. All this, let us pray, let us pray. We will still be praying. But we have prayed to a level that God has answered our prayer. Mr. Laulu, God has answered our prayer in this country. You say how? By giving you, look, a denomination, a political, a Pentecostal church, one in this country, has over 11 million members. Parishes and branches everywhere. Some other churches, I don't want to be mentioning them on air, also have massive. But, the Christian community in Nigeria is an imprisoned community. We, their general overseer, and I'm not counting myself out, we, their general overseer, had imprisoned them. And the church is the shepherd and the sheep. The sheep will never see anything that the shepherd has not made him to see. Especially with the Pentecostal brand. It is we Pentecostals that call our overseer Daddy and Papa and our Lord, and we follow them like a sheep, follow the shepherd. So I call on the general overseer, give a new orientation. Let's tell our members, politics is not evil. That was a mistake of the past. Politics is not evil. In Nigeria, there are two major religions, apart from the traditional religion, Islam and Christianity. While Christianity believes that there is a separation between the states and the church, the other religion believes that you acquire the governance, the coercive and the economic power of the government to enforce the religion. That's our problem. So the church must wake up. I told the church leaders, I said, can we get a month, just a month, only 1 month, to reorientate our members? Let's let them know that they have civil responsibility to this country. They are not just there praying and hoping for when Jesus will come the second time. God has already given up. Look, I became a Christian 53 years ago, 1972. I got born again in First Class Gospel Church. Till now, 53 years. Since that 53 years until now, I met the church praying when I got into the church. The church is still praying till today. And I say to you, when you continue to do the same thing the same way and hoping for a different result, that is the definition of madness.
Yeah.
If you pray for 50 something years, some people have been there before me, 40 years, 30 years, and the thing is deteriorating instead of getting better. Shouldn't something say to you, we are missing something? Now, you can't change the system you are not involved in. So let the church fathers know, unless you are involved. The Bible says we are the salt of the earth.
Yeah.
You don't put a salt on the shelf to make a difference in what you are cooking. You get involved and it changes the character.
Absolutely.
The Bible says when the righteous are in power, it is when, not if. So if the church will take themselves away from governance, I am not saying the general overseers to go partisan. I can't go partisan. General overseer cannot go partisans. Our daddies, whose name I don't want to mention it, can't go partisans. But God has given us these people as members and they submit to us. Let's orientate them. Let's ask them, go back to your street, go back to your ward and join. Politics is grassroots. And that's another thing. Even non-Christian, there are patriotic. Can I say this? There are patriotic Nigerians. There are Nigerians who won't steal in and outside of church, even from Muslims. Even some men and Muslims that are not seeing other people as infidel. There are good Nigerians inside this country, outside of this country, who have the passion, who have the intellect, who have the ability, who won't steal, that can fix this nation. But the system we are playing now will never allow them to emerge. Because the system is a political system. And in Nigeria, democracy is only on paper. Democracy is supposed to be the government of the people, by the people, for the people. That's not in Nigeria. In Nigeria, political parties are owned. This allow you, as brilliant, as cerebral as you are, as civilized as you are. If you want to be a councillor, the smallest, you must have a godfather. Because some people own the structure. So you can, if you don't have credible delegates, you can't have credible candidates.
Wow.
If we vote, the structure we are running.
All right. He has spoken my mind. I said in one of my live streams, is Nigeria truly a country or a nation? And I said, Nigeria is a country, but not a nation. We are different people with different mindset and different ideologies forced together, but we coexisted. We stayed together. We stayed together, but the politicians divided us completely. Divided us completely. And then, when APC came, we were managing our division before APC came to power. And the moment the APC came to power, they destroyed the country completely. And then Tinubu came and amplified it. Today, the difference between us is now very, very clear. Just like one of my songs, Nigeria is designed to fail right from the foundation. Can this be resolved? The only man that could have resolved it was President Goodluck Jonathan. And that is why the 2014 confab, that's why he pushed for it. And from that confab, I realized that the North were so scared. They were so scared thinking that Nigeria was going to break. Because the North has nothing or have nothing to offer the country. The North is a liability to this country. The only thing they think they can offer the country is betting children up and down and throwing them on the street in the name of Alamajiri, deceiving themselves. I am very happy that someone else shares the same thought with me. Please, if you are watching me, please subscribe. Subscribe to my channel. I need to monetize this channel so I'll be able to afford data to stream. I would really appreciate it if you can subscribe. Before that, I don't see the reason why someone will be following somebody of questionable character. Let's talk of the man, Muhammad, a Muslim prophet. He's the fakest prophet the world has ever had. He was a murderer, he was a rapist, and he died a bad death. Whatever these radicals are doing today, these Islamic radicals are doing, is being backed up. Is backed up by their Quran. Their Quran supports the killing of me and you. And their Quran also told them that when you kill, you are going to heaven. Just like what that pastor, who is also a politician, said. Tell me, how can we that respect life coexist with this type of people in one country? How can we coexist in one country? They are so scared that if the country divides, they will suffer. Yet you find them everywhere in the position of power. Why? Who gave them that right? The oil in my backyard is owned by a Fulani man. Me that owns it. And you think they will be happy for the country to divide because of what they are gaining in my place? The answer is no. Tinubu has made it very clear to us, we are no longer together. We are divided people. And if we are divided people, we should make it very clear. Let everybody bear his father's name. We cannot be in a country that runs or have two constitutions side by side. It doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't make sense. They are deliberately destroying this country, and it is unacceptable. Okay, that video I played, I will still play it back tomorrow. Let's watch this video.
I was born and raised in Iran as a Shiite Muslim. Shiite Muslim. And all my life I heard bad things about Israel and the Jews. And we were told that Islam is the best and the last. Muhammad was the most perfect person ever.
Growing up, did you study the Quran and the Hadith?
Yes, but mostly culturally. Like we would go and read in Arabic, for example. We didn't understand the meaning. They told us if you read in Arabic, you get more points to go to heaven. So I was trying to be a good Muslim, pray, go to mosque. And we were Shiite, so we used to go beat ourselves with chains on the streets. All to please Allah, hoping and wishing to go to heaven. When I was 16 years old, something happened to me that it changed my life. In fact, before that, I saw so many bad things on the streets. I saw people being executed publicly, hanging from a crane. I saw people being tortured, beaten. And they told us these are infidels, these are the enemies of Allah, these are Zionists or the spies for Israel. So when I was 16 years old, I was arrested and tortured by the regime in Iran.
Why?
I was going to a wedding and I was in the car of some relatives. They gave me a ride. My family was already there at the wedding. And they had some alcohol. And based on Islamic law, you can't even have or possess or make or buy or sell or drink alcohol. And they had some, and my only crime was I was in the car. And there's an Islamic checkpoint. They pulled the car over and they began to smell the alcohol. They asked us to come out. They put us in a bus. And the bus got filled so fast because they arrested so many people for different reasons. And they took us to a confinement, to a jail, and then they took all our clothes off, bare naked. And they started pouring cold water on us and whipping us with this big, thick electric cable. Then they threw us into a room, a small room, and we were choking, no food.
All that because you were sitting in a car?
Sitting in the car.
That somebody had alcohol in.
Exactly. And I was 16. I didn't drink alcohol. I didn't do anything wrong. And I saw the cruelty of these people. I began to say, what kind of religion is this? What kind of justice is this? And my mother said, no, Islam is good. These people make it look bad. I said, okay. Then I began to do my own research. I began to read the Quran, the Hadith, and I saw, wow, so much evil in the Quran. Muhammad killed people. I saw Muhammad beheaded people, cut people's hand off. It says not to be friends with Jews and Christians, Surah 551. In Surah 929, Muhammad said, kill those who don't believe in Allah, His messenger, and in the religion of truth, which is supposedly Islam, kill them unless they pay jizya, blood money. In Surah 928, he cursed the Jews and Christians. In Surah Muhammad verse 4, it says, behead the infidels wherever you find them. So when I saw these things, I saw, wow, this could not be from God. So I lost my faith in Islam completely. So when I was 19 years old, for first time, I heard about Jesus, that Jesus is the Lord and he died for me and he rose from the dead. And I said, no, that's too good to be true. You know, how could God have a son? I said, okay, Jesus, if this is true, I ask you to show me. If it's real, be my Lord, be my Savior. And I prayed this prayer. And the moment I say that, a heat went through my hand. I began to shake and tremble. I began to cry. And I felt this love and this peace and this joy I'd never experienced before. I felt a burden was lifted off my shoulder. I began to feel love for people, for anybody who had hurt me. I began to forgive them. I began to feel forgiveness and love and joy. It was a
all right. Now, my people, tell me, how can we coexist with such people that all they do is kill people in the name of blasphemy? How can we live with such people in one country? How possible is it? When the document or the holy book that guides them tells them to kill, how do we live with such mentality? They have been brainwashed right from childhood. Kill, you will go to heaven and you'll be given 72 virgins. What kind of energy do these men have to have sex with 72 virgins? Where will the virgins come from? Who has been to that heaven to see these 72 virgins that these people are wasting lives for? We are not one people. We are not a nation. And that is the truth. Okay, let's listen to this song. Then I'll give my analysis and then we'll call it a day.
In the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Oh Lord, have mercy on we. Now Mr. Truth9ja they talk, oh make una open here. Truth no they fear anybody. Nigeria get people with sabi, professors full everywhere, engineers, doctors, scholars, but now who no sabi, then they put for chair. Them talk say the country they fail, it be like them design them that way. How progress won't take come, people where they lead no fit do the work where they are capable today.
Them say out of 100 where they rule, only small sabi book for school, but now them they hold the juicy post. Now we the masses they pay the cost. Why you they do us so? How we gon' grow if we let no one go? It dey pain my soul. Now failure the best failure, make we talk and
Then go put doctor for power ministry, lawyer go the aviation and mystery, mechanical engineer for health, technology ministry, allegation of forgery. Them yeah, how progress won't take show, how innovation won't take grow. When person we no sabi that sector, and them carry put for the front door. Tell me how we got move.
to make it move.
Tell me how we go rise. Rise so bright. How we go the expected to say. Yeah. When the center look correct. Yeah. Even for security matters, people they raise eyebrow, them they drop allegation anyhow. Say some big man they close to a Wahala crew. I don't know if not true, but they talk they loud. But how person we get rumor for head, go protect 200 million for bed. Now so confusion they spread, now so hope they turn to dread. Yeah.
Nigeria, oh, we dey terror. It be like say them design them to fail, oh. Nigeria, oh, we dey fight for change. Make competence replace this thing way strange.
Hey, we don't tire for thugs for position. We don't tire for wrong people for mission. Make person wey study the work, run the work. Na so system they get division. Doctor for health, engineer for power, economist for finance, give aviation to pilot scholar. When square peg enter square hole, now then Nigeria go begin roll. Now me, Mr. Truth9ja, I don't talk my own. I think I no cause, Nigeria no doom. Now wrong people they steer the broom. Change the leaders, change the tune, and this country go shine like moon.
Nigeria, rise again, oh, rise again, oh, rise again, oh.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy.
All right, let's listen to this one song, this last one. Then we'll go into the analysis of today.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost. Robo, 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 shama, shama. Make God open eye. Rescue us from this inequality with a face. Now me be Mr. Truth9ja. Why you be say for this one Nigeria? Them they do like say now only Lagos matter pass. Papa get dirty speaking, but now only one them they carry all the food give. Tell me this one na better. Seaport na Lagos, headquarters na Lagos, big offices, big money roads na Lagos. Oil where they my state, but the company office they Lagos. How this one take make sense? Robo, 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 scatter. This kind wickedness, he done too much.
Shama, shama, oh Father, save your children. We dey cry for justice, we dey beg for balance. Nigeria no be for one place alone. Other states get mouth to chop. Shama, shama, make equality reign.
Embassy for Lagos, power for Lagos. Opportunity they stack like say now only one zone they this country. But when wahala show, them go tell people go your town, as if not them alone build the place. We agree say make we live as one, but unity no mean monopoly. Time don't reach, make the table balance. Make every region taste the national blessing.
Robo, 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 scatter.
Now truth we dey talk, this evil must stop.
Shama, shama, oh God, hear our cry. No more sabotage, no more suppression. Nigeria big pass one corner alone. Other states get mouth to chop. Shama, shama.
Yes, other states get mouth to chop. We are not one people. That's why Lagos State is sabotaging the other states in the south. We are not one people. We are not one nation. That's why Lagos wants to hijack everything. Even when the Nigerian Port Authority said they want to shift 20% of the shipping traffic, of the traffic in Lagos to Warri, Sanwo-Olu objected and said no. And the problem is policy, because he wants to continue to enjoy the money alone. And the funny part of it is that the goods coming to that same Lagos will find its way to the southeast and south-south. While the south-south have a seaport bigger than Tinkan and Apapa put together, the One seaport. The east is even closer, is even close to the high sea, which the map is deceiving us. We have checked all these. all these things are playing out because we are not one nation. Every region wants to hijack whatever it can and loot as much as they can and frustrate the other regions as much as they can. And this thing is favoring Lagos. And why is it favoring Lagos? It's because Lagos was a federal capital territory of Nigeria. That is the reason why it's favoring Lagos. Despite the fact that the traffic in Lagos is too much, is bigger than Lagos. Yes, the government of Lagos wants the traffic to remain. Where you go to offload your containers, 3 months you don't have your containers is not yet out. And then there are other ports that are not operating. Who is the cause of this problem? It is the government that is deliberately sabotaging the other regions. And this is one of the reasons why they will never want an Igbo man to be the president of this country. There was even a leaked audio in Lagos where they were saying that Peter Obi should not be given the chance to rule this country. If not, the traffic in Lagos will reduce drastically and they will lose a lot. I think I'll play that video tomorrow. So they know what they are doing. And then tomorrow they will come and claim that Lagos is the most viable state in Nigeria. Who said so? Who said so? Or your state is even better than Lagos as far as I'm concerned. Or your state was built with cocoa money. Or your state still has value for all the people there, wherever they come from. Or your state don't care. If you want to be an Shekiri man, be an Ijo man, be an Igbo man, they respect and value you. Can we say the same of Lagos? The answer is no. The answer is no, my brothers and sisters. We are not one nation and we are not one people. I preach unity, but we must speak the truth. We are not one people. Because if we are one people, if we are a nation, that automatically makes us one people. And that automatically makes us to look after the next person. But Lagos State wants to eat everything alone. A father has 36 children, and the first son wants to eat everything alone. The first son is so greedy and selfish that he doesn't want the other children to feed. And then when they want to come, they call that same first son excellent. Forgetting that the money he's eating is blood money. It's rituals money. When you deprive any man or woman of what is due to him or her, you are a ritualist, because that thing could lead to his death. And that is the truth. Please, if you are watching me, please subscribe. The data is already choking me. The data is choking me. Buy data, 50,000. Within 2 days, 3-4 days, it's finished. Who gave these people this chance to be doing all these things, to be extorting us like this? It is the APC government. The APC government is a total disaster and a failure. All right, let's go into the analysis of the day. Is Tinubu sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria? Is Tinubu really sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria? Me personally, I would say no, he's not. But why I am suspicious of Tinubu is one of his ministers was accused by so many persons. The evidences are everywhere that Matawale is a terrorist sponsor. The evidences are everywhere. It's no longer news, yet he's still a minister under Tinubu's government. What will it cost Tinubu to sack him and still get another Muslim from Zamfara state to replace him? Why is Tinubu still keeping him? If Tinubu is not accomplished in the terrorism going on in Nigeria, after all, they were the one that engineered terrorism in the first place in 2014, 2015. They gave Boko Haram money to frustrate Jonathan's government. Was Tinubu part of that arrangement? That is the question I'm asking. I am refusing to believe that Tinubu is part of that arrangement. But then, his attitude is telling me otherwise. Why is he still keeping Matawale as a minister? Why? That why is very huge and massive. For Bola Tinubu, is it Turji they call him, that terrorist in Zamfara state that has been kidnapping and killing and raping our people in Zamfara state? He even came out and was defending Matawale. That alone is a red flag that Matawale is a terrorist sponsor. If a terrorist will come out to defend you, what does that tell you, my people? What do you think is the meaning of that? Bola Tinubu is defending Matawale that is not sponsoring terrorism in Zamfara state. A sheikh in Zamfara has accused Matawale of sponsoring terrorism. His SSA, his assistant, has accused him that he is a terrorist sponsor. His governor and so many other persons have accused him. Yet, President Bola Tinubu is keeping him. That makes President Bola Tinubu an accomplice in the terrorism going on in Nigeria. After all, he's a beneficiary of the terrorism in Nigeria. Because if they did not bring that tactics of killing Nigerians, Jonathan would have completed his second term as president. The same tactics they brought is the same tactics they are playing with President Tinubu right now. So, my people, is President Tinubu an accomplice? Is he scared of sacking Matawale? We have videos of Matawale, records of Matawale saying that bandits, that the terrorists are not criminals. Some of the terrorists are not criminals. What does that tell you of the person called Matawale defending terrorists, that some of them are not criminals, yet they are carrying guns and killing people and kidnapping for ransom, yet some of them are not criminals? The videos are there. Yet President Bola Tinubu, the almighty Maradona, is still keeping him. We also have testimonies of so many people saying that Matawale told Bello Turji, aka the king terrorist of Zamfara State, that he should make sure that people vote for Bola Tinubu. Could that be the reason why Bola Tinubu is still keeping him? Could that be the reason? Could that be the reason? This country is in big trouble. If truly Bola Tinubu is a terrorist sponsor, I am not accusing him, but his body language is selling him out. Why is he still keeping this man? And the man is still feeding fat from our commonwealth, from the money that we, that are law-abiding citizens, are not enjoying. A criminal in Tinubu's government is enjoying it, enjoying security and other things. Nigerians, ask questions. We are all stakeholders in this country. Nobody owns Nigeria more than all of us. We all have equal stake in this country. The North is deliberately destroying this country. The North is deliberately destroying this country. Tinubu knows what is currently going on in Nigeria. He can't claim he doesn't know. He knows perfectly what is currently going on in Nigeria. And it's so unfortunate that he has also sold himself to France. He's now France's puppet. He's now France's puppet. He's now France's puppet. If Bola Tinubu refuses to sack Matawale in the next 1 month, then we will assume that Bola Tinubu is also sponsoring terrorism. And then we will start writing petitions as we usually do to the international communities, ICC, and other world powers. If he does not sack Matawale and replace him with another Muslim in the north, or maybe in Zamfara, we don't want to know who the person will be, but we want Matawale gone. We cannot defeat terrorism when the architect of the terrorism is the one handling the project of cleaning the system. That is the truth, my people. That is my own take on this issue. I don't want to talk much on this. Tinubu is a suspect as far as I'm concerned. I am not accusing him. But if he keeps Matawale in the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and 1 month, then we'll conclude that Tinubu is the one sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria. The fact is already there that the politicians are the ones sponsoring the terrorists, terrorizing Nigerians. We are all aware of that. It's no longer a news to us. If Tinubu cannot do the needful, then we have some platforms abroad will do what we are supposed to do. Tinubu is not bigger than the country. The country is bigger than any other person. We will all leave this country. We will all leave this world, and the country and the land will remain. The land will never leave, and people will still remain here when we are gone. But for now, we want our children to come to have a beautiful country where they can inherit and enjoy. And then they will call our name. When they are talking, they will say, so person did this, so person did that. Positive things. That's what we want. And if Tinubu has decided to put his name as a terrorist sponsor, so be it. So be it. He has 1 month to sack Bello. And if he refuses to sack him, we know what to do. We know how to go about it. I am so excited that the international community is now interested in Nigeria. We are so interested. So many world powers are interested in Nigeria now. Nigeria is in the bad book of so many international communities today. And we will help them expose the rotten pattern, the rotten people in the system that have decided to destroy this country. I have said my own. I have said my own, and I have said my piece. I have said my piece. He has 1 month to sack Bello, else we will start a campaign against him. If he knows what is good for him, he should do the needful. We cannot be spending our money on terrorists or terrorist sponsors. We cannot do that. It is unacceptable. It is unacceptable. We will not accept it. Bello Matawale cannot continue to feed from our sweat. I have said my piece. He has 1 month to sack Bello, else we know what to do. Because that thing they know how to do, we also know how to do it. I am not a politician. I am not a member of any party. And I can never, ever in this life become a politician or join any party. I am interested in candidates and not the political party, because the political parties have destroyed this country. The political parties are a bunch of criminals. Me personally and my team, we are interested in the person coming out as the candidate. And this time around, we will not be betrayed by the people of the West, of the Southwest, because they brought all this calamity to this country. When we're saying that Buhari is a terrorist, that Buhari will send this country backward, people thought we were joking. Buhari campaigned severally and lost, ran for presidency severally and lost severally until he aligned with Tinubu, and Tinubu gave him the Southwest, and the Southwest campaigned the hell. They insulted Jonathan, and Jonathan swallowed everything. They called Jonathan all sorts of names. A drunkard, a criminal. They even cartooned Jonathan, yet he never responded or acted or arrested anybody. You think he didn't have the powers to do that? He was a true Democrat. Now, those things the Southwest people, the Yorubas, did to Jonathan, today, Tinubu don't want to take it. Even Buhari refused taking it. Is that not double standard? Is that not double standard? You want to protest today, they open fire. Was Jonathan doing that? The answer is no, he wasn't. Because if he was, Bola Tinubu Tunde Bakare, they wouldn't have been protesting. All right. Thanks for watching Truth9ja. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more real talk about Nigeria politics and power games. Stay safe, stay informed, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thanks for watching and goodbye.
People they ask you question. 10 years don't waka. The matter still they burn. We dey hear for streets say trillions don't miss. Who go answer us? Who go talk truth? APC na thief.
Now waiting people they talk.
NPC na where APC they 24. APC na thief.
Now the cry of the masses.
NPC na where APC they 24.
Them say 20 trillion don't vanish for air. It just growing like come out, nobody nowhere.
People they ask who they run the show, who they hold the pen, who signed the dough.
Buhari been the minister where matter show. People they complain, say money no they show. Before him pie, him talk forgiveness. He shock the nation, he raise auspiciousness. Oh,
Chai, NPC don't turn to jungle. Now where big money they disappear like candle. If 20 trillion try your hand today, Naira for strong, dollar for behave.
APC na thief.
Now waiting people they talk.
NPC na where APC they 24. APC na thief.
Now the cry of the masses.
NPC na where APC they 24. Bola Tinubu they oh petroleum chair. Everybody they ask how we go do am here. APC don't normalize the matter like play. Every year na new wahala them they display. We dey shout for reform, we dey beg for light, we dey pray say justice go fit stand right. Nigeria no be their personal pot. We need leaders we clean, we got the cats. Solo,
who go rescue in MPC?
Who go rescue in MPC?
But them cleaner.
Who go stop the trillions leak?
Who go break the cycle quick?
Who go break the cycle quick?
But them cleaner.
APC na thief.
Now waiting people they talk.
NPC na
where APC they 24.
APC na thief.
Now the cry of the masses.
NPC na
where APC they 24.
APC na thief.
Now waiting people they talk.
NPC na
where APC they 24.
APC na thief.
Now the cry of the masses.
NPC na
where APC they 24.
Wahala for APC government. Them things say we know they see am. You go soon go round. Waiting go around, go surely come around. Wahala for APC government.
We go come back.
Wahala for them greedy men.
We go reach them house.
If you live for glass house, no they throw stone.
That truth we talk.
Tinubu talk for 2, 3, 40. Say Jonathan lazy man. Say they sleep when jihadists they buy Christian. Now we don't talk survivor exam. Wahala for APC government.
No sabi government.
Wahala for fake policy.
We dey suffer, them dey flex.
Na pepper we dey chop every day. Dollar don climb, people no dey pay rent again. Dem say subsidy go help, but e just buy the poor. Dem dey introduce policy to buy us more. Canada court don vex, label APC, PDP terrorist name. Na through corruption, through pain, dem turn Naija to suffering game. My people shine your eye, no be everything wey shine be gold though. If them promise you change, check the fine print. Cause APC don't show us pepper, the hot past you. Wahala for APC government, wahala for greedy men.
Now them go feel
If you live for glass house, no dey throw stone.
we go scatter your throat.
Na cycle of karma be this. APC chop, PDP chop. But one day, Nigeria go rise. May the truth set us free. Wahala don too much. Now they sleep. The people who supposed protect us don't turn on robbers in black robe. Make when I hear me clear, oh. Them wear wig, them wear gown, but for night them they count brown envelope for house. Conscience don't die, they bury am for backyard. Now them they sell justice like gala for whole up. Them collect money, them twist the law. Give governor power to scatter person sweat. 10 years business, one judgment PM. Everything don't go, which kind country be this?
Who they kill democracy?
Backups, not the judges.
Who they chase investors?
Backups, not the judges.
Who they protect thieves where we're a gather?
Not the judges.
Judicial bandits. Nigeria judiciary na the most corrupt for the whole world. Our judges na businessmen. Them they thrive, they swim, they die for corruption money.
Judicial bandits. Men don't see power up, then don't close the door. No investor won't come, everybody they run, come on.
Judicial bandits, oh.
Hey, governor wants still election, judge say carry go. Person build factory, them send bulldozer. Because of quality no small.
20 years of blood and sweat, one night a rating for Yakata. Judge don't chop money, him they smile for chamber. Him children they school for London, him wife they shop for Paris. But your picking up is light, your business don't die finish. Now wow for this country.
Which country they grow and co they sell berries?
No country.
Who they kill dreams every day?
Backups.
Judicial bandits. Nigeria judiciary na the most corrupt for the whole world. Our judges na businessmen. Them they thrive, they swim, they die for corruption money.
Judicial bandits.
Come on man, hope don't die, justice don't pass. Nigeria don't scatter because of
Judicial bandits.
Yeah.
Nigerians, open on our eyes. These people no be judges again. Them be armed robbers with law degree. Them be 419 with sound title. Them be Yahoo boys with British accents. If we no talk now, tomorrow go worse. Judicial bandits, judicial bandits. Nigerian judiciary na the most corrupt for the whole world. Our judges na businessmen. Them they chop our future. They bedel full with corruption money. Judicial bandits. Hey. Make una rise up. Make una talk. This country must better. Judicial bandits go fall one day. I say. Judicial bandits. Judicial bandits. Nigeria go heal. We go win. But first make them fall. Make them fall. Make them fall.
Yeah. One love, one vibe for my Naija people worldwide. Ooh yeah, you don't say we dey shout for peace, but them still they play us like film we no get this. Them say we be giant, but we still they crawl. Every day